Hello everyone, this is Ben from UpBots and I'm really happy to see you today for this new video. So today in this video I will try to explain you all the progress we have done so far in February. I will also try to explain you the new direction we took with Binance Chain, with the UBXG and with all the other features. So let's start directly because we have a big agenda. So I will start with some fact and figures exactly like the last time. I will also talk about the UBXT token. We're going to talk about the different IT developments. That's the biggest part, of course. Then I will explain you a little bit more about the UBXG because last time I introduced the subject. Right now I will try to give you more details about that token and its use. Then we're going to talk about the performance fees system. So again, last time I also introduced that element, but now I will try to explain the different kind of transaction we're going to have in that system. Then we're going to introduce the Binance Smart Chain, and finally a quick update about the planning. So if it's the first time that you are hearing about UpBots or if you are new on our channel, well, let's try to summarize what is UpBots exactly. So UpBots is an all-in-one trading interface for the crypto traders, but we're gonna go also in the forex market and commodities normally by the end of 2021, and everything is blockchain based. When I say that it's an all-in-one trading interface, it's because we want to have all the possible tools that a trader would need on our interface. You can connect all the different exchanges directly on the bot. You can trade on those exchanges directly from our interface. You can track the evolution of your wallet, have manual trades, have advanced features like trading stop, trading profit, iceberg strategy, average down strategy. Well, many different elements and safeties for the advanced traders. But we also have a marketplace where you can buy trainings, signals from a signal provider. And the most important features is, of course, the algo rental section, where the user can rent an algorithm. Actually, it's free, but they will have to pay only based on performance fees. It means that if you're not making any profit, well, you do not pay fees. And if you are trading, I don't know, something like $100 only, well, you will pay, of course, less than someone trading with 1 million. So currently, we already have the wallet tracker evolution for centralized exchange, but also for ERC20 wallets. We also have manual trade that should come normally in a few minutes. So right now, when I'm making this video, the IT team is pushing that live. We also already have the algo rental section. Currently, it's completely free because we are still in demo version. And you have the access to those bots if you are staking some UBXT on FTX. So regarding the facts and figures, currently UBXT is listed on Uniswap, FTX, SushiSwap, Serum, and KuCoin. The demo version, as you may know, is live on demo.upbots.com, and currently we see a nice increase of accounts per day. So we have something like 22 new accounts per day, which is quite nice actually. And we have over 700 accounts with at least one wallet linked on the interface. We have over 300 people linked to the AlgoBots that are working currently on Binance and soon on FTX. And currently the token price, so we are the 24th of February, it's around 2.7 cents. So it's a nice increase of more than 171% in 30 days. So thank you guys for that. We see that the project has some traction right now. We see that people are joining us. They are adding their wallets on the interface, and we see a growing interest. So thank you for that. A short words about the AlgoBots. So as you know, those AlgoBots has been developed by 4C Trading, our partners, and actually right now they are doing quite great. So on Optimus BTC currently we are close to 200 people on it, with a performance of over 75% uncompounds since the activation the 2 of December. For Optimus ETH, we have a little bit more than 140 users, and with a performance of over 80% uncompound again. And for BNB, well, the last trade has been amazing, and we have now a performance over 117%. So what's the difference between compound and uncompound? Well, uncompounds mean that we are just adding or withdrawing the percentage of the last trades. Now, if it's in compound, well, we are taking the profit you did for the next trades or the loss you did. And so generally, compound figures are far better. So if now you reinvest all the time the profit you have done, the percentage that you can see here on this slide would have been far bigger. Another word about this marketplace is that you can also offer your own algorithm on UpBots directly, and for that, if you have an algorithm ready on TradingView for the moment, well, you can contact us at contact@upbots.com and we will send you all the documentation. Quick update now about the UBXT token. So, as you know, during the private sale status, normally we planned to have 12 payments every 2 weeks, and it started in September. The good news is that it's done. All the tokens sold has been distributed to the investors. Another point is the development fund, that doesn't change. It's still locked until September 15, 2021, and it will be used for listing, future developments, for liquidity, etc. For the team's tokens, so the team members qualified will receive 10% of the token supply over 2 years, and they already received 25% of them. The usage of UBXT, still the same, to pay the performance fees on the bots for future access to the interface when platform will fully develop it, to have access to investment tool, to be a liquidity provider, etc. But well, there is many other things to buy. For example, it can be to buy the trainings or to buy a subscription to a signal provider, for the social copy trading as well. Well, so the UBXT will be used at all the possible level in the interface. Now let's talk about the IT developments. So let's start with the manual trade. While I'm making this video, the IT team is right now pushing the manual trade live. And so normally when you are looking at this video, it should be already ready. So we finished the connection with the trading engine to the front and on the interface. We add the different pairs. Currently is only available on Binance spot market, and the testing phase and capacity test has been done, and it's a success. So we are happy to launch it, and you can normally already go on the interface and check the results. So it's really the basic version where you can only buy and sell your tokens. But we plan now to have the advanced features with trailing stop, trailing profits, iceberg strategy, cross-market orders, etc. All this will come in a next step. But manual trade is not the core feature because it's more about the algorithmic page. So it's gonna come normally in the coming months, right? A lifting of that page will also occur in the coming days. We have one front developer working on that right now to have something better and more in line with the standard of the market. After that, we had the ETH portfolio tracker. We added and it's working. So right now you can go on the portfolio monitoring section and you can add or your MetaMask account, or you can add directly the address of your portfolio, and you will see the amount available on that wallet, and also the liquidity you have on some provider like AV, like Uniswap if you are a liquidity provider there, or Balancer, for example. So you can check that. For Curve, it will arrive soon. So we are working with Covalent for that section, and we are waiting for an update on their side, but it should arrive very soon. Now for the new exchanges for the UpBots. So we worked on the subaccount integration, and normally for FTX it should be published in the coming hours. So again, when you are looking at this video, it's probably already done. And we are right now preparing for adding the FTX exchange for the UpBots on the spot market again. We're right now testing it, and normally it should be done for the end of the week. So for February, it's 99% sure. Then we're gonna work on the margin function and the leverage for the different exchanges. So that's in the pipe, and we already start to work on that. We also We also heard that the portfolio tracker can be quite slow on some browser and for some people with several exchanges. So we are right now working on that, and we are changing the calculation methods to have something faster. And so normally it should be done also for the end of the week. Let's go on to part 2. So the first one will be the UBXT wallets. So last time I explained that we wanted to use the Binance chains as a layer 2. Well, we changed the plan, and we needed a little bit more development, because what we saw on the market with the Binance chain, and thanks to a new partnership with the Binance chain, we decided to have a different system. And so we are working on that right now, but it shouldn't be long before being able to launch that feature. So the new system will allow the users to add ERC20 tokens or BEP20 tokens on their UpBots UBXT wallet. So for that, we are creating a bridge allowing the user also to swap their UBXT token from one chain to the other, and we are updating the wallet and the interface for that. Then we're gonna, of course, work on the budget allocation function for the bots, so allowing you to add tokens to a bot to activate it. And normally we plan to have everything ready for mid-March. It's really the last element we need right now in order to launch. So we are quite excited, and we hope that we're gonna be able to launch the interface normally at the end of next month, right? Another element is, of course, the UBXG and the staking features. So I will explain later about the staking solution, but for the UBXG, so the other token we created for the project, well, UBXG contract has been created. The minting contract, staking contract are 85% done, and we are right now making the test for it. We still need to make an audit of those contracts and then to implement that on the interface, but we have a big team. We recruited other blockchain developers for that. So normally everything will be fine for that, and we plan to launch the UBXG 30 days after the audit validation, so normally in April. And finally, we are still working on the refactoring of the front ends. So normally in a few days, you will have the design version 0.1. It includes a small adaptation and design improvements, also for the colors and for some boxes. And we also have another team working on the complete refactoring for the design 1.0 for a faster interface, a better one, and with a better design, and allowing more development in the future. So we are very excited by this version, and we hope that it's going to be available for April or May. So last time I already shared the screenshot of the new interface, but it will look something like this with a light version. Okay, now let's talk about the UBXG. So just to be clear, this project is still under development, and so the information I'm gonna give right now can still be adapted or modified. So what is UBXG? Well, UBXG is the second token that we are creating, and we created this token to have an important and positive impact on the interface, and especially on the UBXT token, because it will reward people contributing to the success of UBXT, and it will also allow the community to vote, to stake, and much more. The total supply of UBXG will be of 5 million tokens minted over 2 years, so progressively and decreasingly by 4.61% each week. So no token will be pre-minted, and 100% of the tokens will be redistributed to the community through the different pools, but I will explain that just after. And finally, the voting right will be based, of course, on the number of tokens held by the voters. And this will allow the community to have a real impact on UpBots. So as I said, we're going to have several pools, and those pools will allow the users to receive part of the UBXG minted. In a second step, the distribution of the UBXG will also be submitted to a vote, as well as the addition or removal of pools. Currently, we plan to have 3 pools at start. The first one would be for the UBXT liquidity provider. So now if you are adding liquidity on SushiSwap, for example, for the UBXT token, then you can stake the LP token directly on the interface of UpBots, and you will get rewards in UBXG. The percentage, as I said, will depend on the pool and will depend on the votes, because those percentages can change every week depending on the votes of the community. A second pool would be for the performance fees pool. So I don't know if you remember, but last time I explained you that part of the performance fees that we are receiving after a good trade for the algo rental section, well, part of those UBXT will be sent to a performance fees pool. Now, if you are staking UBXG, you will receive a part of the UBXT that has been added in that pool every 12 hours. The third pool is for UBXG liquidity provider. So if you are adding liquidity on SushiSwap, well, you will also receive part of the UBXG minted every week. So for the pools and for the design, you can see here what we are planning to do. So here we will have the different pools with the total value locked, the UBXT price, etc. The different pools. So you can go on a pool. For example, here it's for the staking of UBXG. You can check the amount in that pool, and you will be able to claim the UBXT. If now the community vote to also have rewards in UBXG, it can be also done. Here we have the mockup for the LP for UBXT on SushiSwap. Now let's talk about the performance fees system, a quick update. Let's start with a small recap about the performance fees calculation and the performance fees system. When a user wants to activate a bot, he will have to allocate a certain amount of UBXT to that bot. After each trade, if the user made profit, we will deduct the performance fees from this allocation. If the user has no more UBXT available, the bot will simply stop, except if he decided to activate an automatic refill to avoid this situation. If the trade is positive, we deduct the UBXT from his balance, and we send the UBXT to the algo developers, to UpBots, to the burn section, to the performance fees pool, etc. But in case of a negative result, we create a virtual debt corresponding to the fees due if the trade had been positive. So as long as this virtual debt is not filled by future profit, the user will not pay any fees on this algorithm. So no overall profit, no performance fees to pay. Now let's talk about the post-trade transaction. Let's take an example where the performance fees would have been at 20%. On this basis, following a trade that has generated profit, the transaction will be as follows. So we received the 20% performance fees, and now we are sending those UBXT to different destinations. The first one will be to the algo developer. We're gonna send 50% of all the UBXT that the user paid. Then 25% of the UBXT will be given to UpBots for the operation of the interface and its development, of course. Then 12.5% of the UBXT will be burned, and 12.5% of the UBXT will be added to the performance fee pool, which will be distributed every 12 hours to the UBXG stakers. So for the UBXT burned and for the performance fee pool, the percentage can actually change, because those percentages are also submitted to the community votes. So now if the community decided to increase the percentage of the performance fee pool, well, we could have 25% going to that pool and have 0% of burn. That's completely possible. Now finally, let's talk about the Binance Smart Chain. So what is BSC? So the Ethereum blockchain has become completely saturated. I don't know for you, but I'm still using projects like Curves or Uniswap, and currently the transaction can be very expensive. Well, BSC, on the other hand, is very fast and very inexpensive. And right now, in the last few weeks, they experienced an incredible growth. And so the big news, well, normally you already know it if you followed our Twitter account, but the good news is that UBXT will therefore be available on Ethereum and on Binance blockchain at the same time to meet all the expectations. And so right now we are building that bridge to allow the user to go from one blockchain to the other one, and it should normally be live on the interface in the coming weeks. So the user will be able to swap the tokens via the bridge, but normally we will also be on the Binance bridge. We talk with them and they plan to add a bot normally in end of April. User will also be able to add liquidity on Pancake and to have the staking solution on the Binance chain, so having a decrease in cost. So this solution really offers something very new, and we are very excited to have this, especially when we are seeing the current transaction fees on Ethereum. So for the planning, it doesn't change. We still plan to launch on Q1 the manual trades, UBXT wallet, here ETH tracker. It's done to have the Binance chain, to have new algorithm, and we already received many offers for that. So thank you. And if you have an algorithm, please send it to us. And we still need to launch here the performance fee system to be able to launch the official version of the interface. So it's still planned in the coming weeks, and we are very excited by this. We currently saw the increase in price of the UBXT. We saw that there is an increased interest of the token, and well, I think that the stars are all aligned to have a very good launch for UpBots. So it's already the end of this video. I hope that now more elements are clear for you and that those explanations were sufficient. If you have any other question, please go directly on our chat on Telegram or on Discord. You can ask all your questions there. We have a team dedicated to answer to them. And well, you can also contact me if needed. I'm always there to answer as well. I wish you a very good day and see you in a few weeks for another video and another update. Bye bye.